I'm Florian Hoefner. I'm a jazz pianist. I was born and raised in Germany. I lived in New York City for 6 years, and now I'm based in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. Composing music is an interesting process, and usually when I start a piece, I have no idea how it's going to end, what it's going to sound like altogether. Whenever you finish a piece, it's an experience of discovery. Oh wow, this is what this piece really is like. I feel like composing is about finding a piece. It almost feels like the piece is already there. You have to discover it, you have to uncover it, you have to work through all the material that does not work until you find the piece. My new record is a continuation of the work with my quartet, which I've been doing since 2011. It's the third record with the quartet. So over the years I got to know the band better and better, what the band really sounds like, what the musicians could do. So this record, the music on it is specifically written for the band, for the players on the band. And it's widely influenced really by my move here. I don't really write programmatic music, that I think about a topic and then I try to write the piece after that with a place in mind or a topic in mind. But I do think that there are subconscious influences of my experiences, and those come out in the music. So I feel like writing the music for this record was a way to process all of my new experiences here. I met the players in my band about 4 years ago. The first one I met was Peter Kronreif, my drummer. He grew up in Austria. Funny enough, not more than a couple of 100 kilometers away from where I grew up. Peter is a really explosive and unpredictable player. That's what I love about him. He doesn't just stick to a groove. He always comes up with new stuff especially when you play solo. He throws stuff at you. He takes you to the next level. He goes with you. Sam Manning on bass, he's originally from Australia. He came to New York to study there as well. He was 2 years after me, but as soon as he came, I met him also through mutual friends. And he's a beautiful bass player with a fantastic warm sound. For this record, for the first time, we have Seamus Blake on tenor saxophone. It's always been a dream of mine to record an album with him. We did a gig together about 5 years back in New York City, and then when it came to recording this album, I remembered that and what a great experience it was to play with him. So I asked him if he wanted to be part of it, and he luckily said yes. And I'm really happy to have his voice as part of the band. This is my old accordion. I used to play accordion a lot as a kid. It's the first instrument I took lessons on at the local music school. I didn't play it for a while when I really got into jazz, but it actually came in really handy, both in New York, where contemporary jazz composers were starting to write for the accordion, so it was a great instrument to have, and especially coming here to Newfoundland, where a lot of the traditional music is being played on the accordion. So I picked up a couple of pieces. One of the first ones I learned is called Morrison's Jig, and it's a good example of what the traditional music here sounds like. It's technically an Irish piece, but it's played here a lot. And this piece actually led to one of my compositions on the new record, and so I'll play a little excerpt from that. An inspiration for me to keep playing and keep trying to get better is craving these experiences, playing in a band, interacting, playing on stage. There's something very special happening when you're on stage, when you're completely immersed in the music. And it's these experiences I'm seeking, and that's part of why I'm playing music. I hope that this record is going to showcase a snapshot of my current writing and playing. I feel like being an artist is a constant process of evolving. You never arrive somewhere, so a record can't be more than really just a snapshot of a certain amount of time. So I hope that it represents well what I was able to do at the time I did the record, and that it gives people a good idea about my music. I hope that people will get a lot of enjoyment from listening to it, both on the record and from hearing the band live.